All right guys, so what I'm going to do today is just show you a quick, easy method of putting a canoe on top of your own shoulders, assuming you are alone, nobody can help you, you're ready to go on a portage. Basically that's it, or from the vehicle to the water, that works. So what I'm going to do is show you two methods. One of them you've probably seen online everywhere. There's lots of videos on people just, you know, hiking it up over their shoulders, you know, like a nice light Kevlar canoe. But then there's also a bit of a twist to another method that you will use if your canoe is really heavy. All right, now unfortunately I just have one canoe. I'm going to be using a pretty light Kevlar canoe, but trust me, it works on a heavy canoe. All right, so I'm going to show you these two methods, one for a light canoe, one for a heavy canoe, and hopefully that will help you out. All right, let's go. All right guys, so here we are with the canoe. This is a fairly lightweight Kevlar canoe, but here's the standard method that everybody does. Now you don't want to throw your back out with this, and so this is probably the best method with a light canoe for not doing that, if you want to do it nice and quickly. All right, make sure your back is straight, all that standard stuff, right? So what you want to do now is you want to grab the gunnel closest to you, right, and kind of tilt it up like this. And some people put their both legs down, some people put one. I just put one leg out. And what you're going to do is you're going to pull it up onto your leg like that. I know it'll be wet and you'll get wet, who cares, right? And then what you're going to do, you're going to slowly start curling it up like this. And I would put my left hand, I'm going to bring it up this way, obviously. I'm going to put my left hand not right in the middle point right here, but a little bit forward, because it just makes it easier. And the other hand is going to go, well, it's right here on the yoke, all right? And I'm going to slide it right to the gunnel as I lift it up over my head. So here's what it looks like. All right, so you're ready to go that way. It's balanced nicely. And then to reverse that, it's pretty simple as well. You do exactly the same thing, all right? So I'll show you what that looks like. Again, hand not right on my right hand is not on the balance point. It's a little bit forward, right? Because if it's on the balance point, you got to bring it right back, and you can't really do that. So you have to go a little bit forward. So this hand's a little forward. This one's going to go back as much as I can, and I'm just going to hoist it over. It'll look exactly like putting it on, but in reverse. Here we go. Okay, so that method, everybody does it. Everybody tries to be cool and macho and do that even with heavy canoes. But the problem is you get older, it doesn't become so easy. It becomes tougher and tougher every year. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to do a heavy canoe. Now, unfortunately, I don't own 16 canoes, so I can't just pull out my heavy canoe to show you this, all right? But I promise you guys this works for a heavy canoe. Let's pretend this is heavy. All right, so this is what I'm going to show you what a lot of people try to do. All right, assuming this is a really heavy canoe, they'll start with it like this. All right, and then what they'll do is they'll come to the end like this, right? And they'll pick this up and they'll want to walk to the yoke. All right, so this is what they'll do. And if it's, see, it can be a little bit tippy and awkward. If you're standing on a rocky territory or near an edge of something and there's wind, you're on a portage, this can be dangerous because you start off very vulnerable for a few seconds. It's very tippy and you can cause damage to your canoe or worse. All right, so you can do this and then you can kind of hike it up like this, right? I have an easier way even than this, and it will be a lot easier if it's a really heavy canoe. This is what I would suggest. Start with the canoe like this, and then what you do is you walk over to the stern seat. All right, now some stern seats are like, for example, the caned seats. You can grab some of the wood. I've got nothing to grab because mine are tractor seats, right? But it doesn't really matter. In this case, I'm going to grab the gunnels on each side right at the stern seat. And this works with like a 100-pound canoe, and I've seen small in stature young girls do this. So trust me, you'll be able to do it. Okay, here we go. Grab it right here, left hand over there, right hand here, and all you do is this. Right? You just turn it over. I'll do that one more time as though you didn't see me do it, right? Give me a break. But I'll do it again anyway. Here we go. And then just walk over to the center balance point, the yoke, onto your shoulders, and away you go. All right, and then of course, just to finish this off, when you're done, you put this on top of your vehicle, or if you're doing a portage, you just do the opposite. Some people put the back down and then walk forward. That's kind of hard. It's a lot easier to put the bow down and then walk backwards like this. Get back to the seat, and that's it, guys. All right, pretty simple. Hope you guys have gotten something out of this video. Don't know if I've taught you anything new, but I hope I did, for some of you anyway. All right, guys, and whatever you do, remember, get out there, enjoy God's creation, and keep looking up.